What's up, everybody? I'm Fu.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Main One, and we are Unplugged Free Your Mind Weekend Review. So we're doing a little something different. Actually in the studio. All three of us are together for the first time.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited about it. We appreciate Disco100 for letting us be in their studio to film the weekend in review. So hey, what's going on? How was your trip? How's your weekend going? What's going on? Let's chop it up for a second.
My adventure.
Your adventure.
My adventure from New York to Atlanta, Georgia is interesting. It was very different. The airport, nobody had on masks. let's start there.
Keep going.
Let's start there. And I've been to a couple of places and nobody's wearing masks. I mean it's different. New York is strict right now. It's a total difference. This is nothing I was expecting. So
With you being in New York, have you seen somebody like for me, nobody really bothers me here. The thing I like about being here is freedom. So in other words, if you're not wearing a mask, they kind of leave you alone to a certain extent. As far as New York, are you pretty much saying that if I don't have a mask on, somebody gonna say something to me?
Yeah, and you're not gonna be able to go into the wherever you're trying to go into. You got to put your mask on.
So I can't go into the supermarket.
No, they'll put you out. They'll say, "Hey, listen, put your mask on, or we have the right to not let you shop here." It's very restrictive.
And see that, and that's why I said I'm glad that I'm not back up in Jersey or New York, because I've seen videos where cats are like really going at people.
Yeah.
For not having a mask on and everything like that. And I know me, if you come at me, you can say whatever the hell you want.
Careful now.
You put your fucking hands on me. Oh, my bad. I apologize for that. I slipped. My bad, Disco. If you put your hands on me, then it's going to be a problem, because
I'm not gonna say that people gonna get physical with you, but they will physically put you out or say you can't come in here.
But see, that's the other thing too. Me being who I am, I would challenge it, because here's the thing.
I'm sure you would.
There's a mandate. So here's the whole thing. If I don't have my mask on in your establishment and I keep shopping, so I guess when I get to the counter, you're not going to take my money?
Well, first of all, you won't be in there shopping. They're gonna stop you at the door.
But they're gonna. My point is, they're going to ask me, if you what you gonna do? Bring a cop to remove me? Because if the cop touches me, that's not a law. See, this is what I mean about the technicalities of how it goes on. People, it's not a law.
Look, all I know is in New York, you're not gonna come through the door without that mask on.
And
if you try it, then they probably would call the police on you.
That's what I want, because it's not a law. That's my whole point.
Well, it is in New York.
No,
it's a mandate.
That's the whole point. A law and a mandate is you can't lock me up for a mandate.
Well, listen, you can get fined.
They fine you.
And once again, you get the fight. See, I love this shit. My bad. I can't help it. My mouth is right. I love it because you have to fight what it is, because it's not right.
Listen, at the end of the day, safety first. I'm all for it.
Me too.
Obviously, I mean, I
love safety too. Meaning, I love oxygen. I love the universe. I love energy of people. I am good.
But what's interesting, you don't have a mask on now.
I took the mask off. How long did I have a mask on?
But I'm saying we're in close proximity.
Yes, we are.
You don't have your mask on.
You don't feel safe? You don't feel safe?
You could clearly do the show with your mask on.
I could have. You actually asked me that before we got started.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna do the show with your mask on?
Yeah.
I might.
So, I mean,
I get your points here. It's just, again, the difference between where I came and where I am is clearly, I've been to a few places and people aren't wearing masks.
Yeah.
I think part of it is also just because people sick of it. They're sick of what's going on, and they want their freedom back.
Yeah.
And the South is a little different. South is a little different from up.
Don't we know that?
Like, hey, look, man, we gonna go with it for a little bit, but after a little while, it's like, look, man, especially in South Carolina where I'm at, man, please.
Well,
you may be lucky to see people with you may see a few people with masks on, but for the most part, you walk in Walmart, any place like that, And you're gonna see people just like me. I see their face.
Well, listen,
And-
I shout out to the people that's actually masking up. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
okay.
You know,
Okay.
safety first. You
Alright.
know, but
I don't
So you've experienced Atlanta. You've been here. So when I drove up and I saw all these homeless people on the street, ain't
Yeah.
nobody had no mask on. None of them had masks on. So why
mentioned that,
why
as
don't
a
we
matter
have
of fact.
of public officials walking around giving them masks?
I really don't think that it's that restrictive here like that. Like this is.
Do they do that in New York? They give masks to the homeless people?
I don't
I
know.
doubt it. Why don't we have biohazard bins? Because if it's contagious like that, we're in a pandemic. Well, shouldn't it be biohazard bins everywhere for you to discard your mask when you're
it should
done?
be.
And we don't see that stuff. So, you know,
Yeah,
It's fun. This for us, for me and him.
they love it, y'all.
Yeah.
I just like
They
to
love it.
I just like to challenge people with why you're doing it, because most people don't know why they're doing it. They're like, well, they say we need to wear a mask. That's the answer you'll get 9 out of 10 times. They say we need to wear the mask to keep it from spreading. But we've been having masks on since
Disease
forever
control.
how long, and the numbers were going up and all this kind of stuff. So
They're actually starting to. The numbers are starting to go back up.
yeah,
You know that, right?
for sure.
Well, here's the thing, and I wish I could get my man Ink Man to call in. Y'all need to check the numbers. Check the cases of the flu
Mm-hmm.
from last year to this year. I want you to think about this. Nobody has ever worn masks. I'm going to get this straight. Nobody's ever worn masks. The numbers have dropped by 96% from the flu.
Wow.
How do the numbers go down for the flu, not wearing a mask, but the numbers go up with coronavirus and people wearing masks? That makes no sense.
Listen.
That's not logical. Those are numbers. That's a fact. That is the funniest
a lot
thing.
of this doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
But it's about compliance.
Exactly.
It's about how many people let's and I believe it's somebody up in higher places
man.
are saying, I wonder how many people we can get to just go along with this.
Listen. I don't know.
It's the second one.
Again.
Second.
Okay. Safety first. That's
Okay.
all. That's all I'm gonna say. So, I've been in Atlanta for like 2 days now. I did spa treatments.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Shout out to I Am Royalty and Tara. I had an excellent dermaplaning. My skin is so great right now.
Did you have a
It's
mask
new. Can we digress? Can we digress?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
That was too open. That's why.
Just so you know, people, I was not wearing a mask when I got the facial, but that's crazy. Okay, come on. And then the next day, yesterday, I went to Joey Sloan, the Empower Wellness Center, and I got a 90-minute massage, and it was a great experience. So shout out to Joey Sloan. Y'all gotta, if ever you're in Atlanta, he is the truth.
Okay.
I think that
the
might be
truth.
a great segue. She went to a massage problem.
I went to a
Oh,
massage.
she went
No,
to a
I went to a wellness center. Okay,
So-
let's get that together.
Well, and the segue is, so we're going to segue into our week recap.
Okay.
And so one of the top things that's in the news now and that everybody's talking about is Deshaun Watson. So you mentioned earlier you didn't know about Deshaun Watson.
No,
so
I don't.
For anybody who doesn't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson is quarterback from the Houston Texans. I'm going to give you the timeline of what's going on. So I would say about 2-3 months ago, he said he requested the trade from the team. Mm-hmm. Team said, no, we're not trading you. We're not trading you. We're not taking offers for a trade, anything like that. So 2 months later, here, present time, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it comes out that a massage parlor, a couple of employees said he was sexually inappropriate doing a massage. Now they got a big write up in Sports Illustrated, and from what I haven't read it, from what I heard, it's kind of graphic.
Yeah.
From what they described said happened, in that so now the number is up to 21 separate women saying that he was sexually inappropriate with them doing his session. So immediately, you know, a lot of people that, you know, kind of like think like me, think like food, think like you know, they automatically say, oh, well, this sounds like a setup to me. Because it sounds like Bill Cosby. It sounds like everything that we've seen happen with our celebrities in the news, especially our black celebrities. And so now this is me. Let me give the disclaimer. I'm not saying that that didn't happen. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. But what I will say is when you have one person, one person come out, then two person come out, now three person, now you up to number 21. And then they're not filing police report. This is not criminal as of yet. It's just civil.
Yeah.
So, and then now you have the lawyer from all of them have the same attorney. And this attorney happens to be next door neighbors to the Houston Texans owner. All right.
Really?
I'm not going to say that it's conspiracy because most people, but I mean, I don't believe in coincidence. So all of them have the same lawyer. They all pretty much have the same story. He was inappropriate, blah, blah, blah. So my question to a lot of people is, and I'm gonna be a little hard on Deshaun Watson because at this point you're being reckless because now to the 21 women that have come out and said he's done that. Now the defense has come out and said, well, we have 18 women, massage women who said he wasn't inappropriate. So now we're up to like 30-something women. Why are you going to so many different masseuses? Why are so many different? Because as a professional athlete, first of all, you got trainers in your own facility that does that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a personal one, you have one.
Yeah.
That's going to work on my body. I got one that I trust, and I'm going to work on my body. That's going to work on my body. I'm not going to have 30-something.
But he travels.
Different. Okay, he can pay I know people travel with their barber.
Yeah.
Hey, look, for the next 6 months, you with me on the road. I'm going to pay however much you were going to make, and you're going to be with me on the road.
Now I'm gonna come at it from a different perspective to kind of show everybody out there why this is all, in my personal opinion, BS. Number one, JJ Watt has been on the team with him pretty much since he joined. JJ Watt is a 3-time defensive player of the year. Oh, I think he won it 3 times. White dude, heavy in the community, all of that. He asked to leave. No problem. So when a white dude do it, no problem.
Well, I don't think he asked to leave. I think his contract was up. His contract was up. And they didn't resign. They didn't resign.
He sat down with the owners. And
okay.
He made a video and said, after sitting down with the owners, we've mutually whatever, he gonna bounce. Ways. Okay. No problems whatsoever. So when a white dude do it, it's cool. And he's heavy in the community in Houston, done a lot of things. I'm pretty sure Deshaun Watson was the same exact way. Because if I'm not mistaken, Deshaun Watson is from Texas. I think.
He's from Carolina.
Okay, from Carolina.
Maybe. He went to Clemson.
But the other thing is, we have a man being persecuted in the news. I'm talking about dragged right now for something that is alleged. When you had that white dude from Seattle who beat the shit out of his girl.
Almost killed her, visual evidence, all of that.
Wow.
Why are they not persecuting him like they're doing Deshaun Watson right now? See, this is for me, and people, well, you shouldn't play the race card. Why not? It's in your face. This is BS. It's you can't hide it. And they do this all the time. That's what's frustrating to me. Let's make it even across the board.
See, but this is why I got to go back to Deshaun Watson, because I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not proclaiming his guilt or innocent, because I don't.
It's all alleged.
It's right now. It's all alleged. But the prosecutor, the attorney for these civil suits, he says he has everything ready to go file to the police department. Why hasn't he done it yet? That's one.
Okay.
And then now back to Deshaun. We as black men, as a black celebrity, black entertainer, black athlete, you have to be above reproach. That's why I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan, but I love how he's insulated. His team has him insulated. I don't know. LeBron James might be out there getting some strange. He may, but you ain't gonna hear about it.
Right.
He may be doing inappropriate stuff. You won't hear about it.
Right.
Because he has a team that has insulated him from that kind of stuff. And that's what you have to do as a black athlete. You have to do that. Like I said, if I'm making millions of dollars look, it's only gonna be one person. If I'm married and she's cool with me getting a massage from somebody else, it's gonna be one person that's doing it. It ain't gonna be 36 different people touching my body, massaging me, because now you opening yourself up for this kind of stuff. You
True.
opening yourself up for, oh well, let's flip it. Let's say if they were gay men doing this.
Now what now?
Do you think if he had a man massaging, being 18 men come out and say, oh, he was sexually inappropriate, how different would that be?
I'd imagine that would be very different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can't my thing is, don't open yourself up for things like that. So
yeah.
So that's my spiel on Deshaun Watson. We don't know, like we said, we don't know. I think in a couple of days it's going to come out and he's going to say, hey, I apologize if I made anybody feel a certain kind of way.
The good old public apology.
Because I think if he probably has already paid them, the Texans are probably going to come out and say, well, we're going to extend him a new 2-year, $20 million contract. That's $20 million is going to be to go to pay off them women. And then that's it. And then all this stuff is going to go away.
Wow.
So
listen, very interesting story.
Yeah.
Now that was a great segue too.
Yeah.
That's why when you said it, I was like, that's the perfect way to kind of slide into what's going on. But we just have to be mindful. But the sad part is, for me, it's the script. The script is always the same.
Yeah.
The script never changes, and it literally always is the same. But I'm a firm believer of make everything even across the board.
Absolutely.
They never do that. And it's about time for them to go ahead and pretty much just insulate. And if you insulate, then it's fine. And for everybody out there that's tuning in right now, we on Disco100 Radio on YouTube. You can go check it out. If you want to call in, if you got a question or if you have a comment, feel free to dial into 678-638-6626. All opinions are welcome. We don't judge you. We're not going to go at you. Believe me, it ain't that serious. But make sure you definitely go check it out on Disco100 Radio. The Seattle thing, though, that really bothers me. When you start talking about things that are alleged, this is an alleged incident. These are alleged incidences. Right. And the fact that y'all keep harping on it is crazy, but they doing it because they've been put in a bind. Disco, you said you want to speak on something with LeBron? Sure. No, you good. Go ahead. Go ahead. We had.
LeBron. Now I sent you a link about LeBron.
No, go ahead. Say it. Say what's up.
They had rumors about him and Sharon Reed for a long time.
Okay.
With who?
Sharon Reed.
Who was that?
Who was that? That's my boo. CBS Sharon Reed.
Okay.
She's a
reporter.
A reporter.
Oh, okay.
So she had 2 kids from LeBron, but
what?
Yeah, it's something that's not argued.
Man, that's news to me.
Yeah. So he had the.
Yeah, but you ain't really hear about it. You know, it's underground stuff like, oh, just whispers. But this is like on the megaphone with this. But it goes to show the team that you got around you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And real quick, I'm sorry, but about Deshaun, I think the problem with him was this didn't happen until he said he wanted to go.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so that's his prime example. It ain't no coincidence. And
right.
I do believe with all that money you do have just one. You don't need all them trainers. So I don't think all this stuff was. It's kind of ignorant on his part, because to have all that money, you bring that stuff to you.
Right.
If you don't do that type of stuff, bring it.
Yeah, but even with that, if you're making that statement, when you start talking about the massages and everything like that and where he's going. So it's on record that he went to 21 different places.
Well, no, I think some of them he had flew in. I think one he got flown in from Atlanta to do a massage, and you know, you have to read that Sports Illustrated story, that article they read, and of course Sports Illustrated is they're bought by, you know, they're controlled by somebody else too. So we don't know how that article is, how it's slanted.
And this is,
but it's about power and control. You know, when you're a part of a big corporation, like that, they're going to know everything. And I'm pretty sure they probably had this sitting on this for Deshaun. And when he said he didn't want to play, he was like, okay, we're gonna give you one more chance. And then they just put it out. I'm pretty sure because I mean this is a $1 billion company and they paying you all this money. They know every single thing you're doing or you're into.
I'm about to put a spin on what you just said. When everything happened with Colin Kaepernick, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about Colin Kaepernick that a lot of people would say, especially anybody who watches football, they would say, it don't matter. He wasn't that good anyway, as far as being a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is just me. Anybody who knows my character, how I am. Y'all know what y'all can kiss when it comes to the money.
Oh, Lord.
So, if Deshaun Watson was to say, you know what? You ain't got to trade me. I'm not playing. Every team in the NFL, they could say this story about all these women all they want because people don't came back from murder in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every team in the NFL would want Deshaun Watson. Every single one. If I was him, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not playing for the Texans.
You know why it won't happen? Same thing they did to Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, it's the same thing. Guess what? Once them owners they're just like the elite in this company. I mean, in this country. Once they get together and they're like, hey, you're not going to touch him.
Right.
You're not going to touch him.
Right.
You're not going to touch him either. Same. It's the same, bro. It's
You're
the same
right.
thing.
You're right, but we have to look at the situation. The situation with them, the situation was different because no team wanted to touch Colin Kaepernick because of the particular press, because of what he was doing. This ain't like that.
Right, but you gotta remember, it's about power and control. Remember what the owner of the Houston Texans came out and said, he's like, we can't let the inmates run the asylum.
Yeah.
That's how they look at this as this. Like, y'all, we the boss, y'all the workers, y'all do what we say. Mm-hmm. Now we may let some of y'all do a little something extra, but we in control. And that's what they'll do. If he say he quit, then he won't play another down of football. If he say he not playing, I promise you he won't play another down of football.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I think because of how good he is and how desperate certain teams are with wanting to win the Super Bowl, I firmly believe anybody that's a quarterback away, they will fight too. Deshaun Watson is something different. He's something totally different.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, even to throw the name out there, Tom Brady get ready to leave. I think the owner of the Bucks will probably go after him.
He's about to retire?
Who?
I mean, he
More than likely. I mean,
43? Yeah.
no, they signed him again, but when you 45 or whatever, when you get up in your 40s, when he get hit, he gonna get hit eventually.
Yeah.
When he get hit the right way and it don't work, it don't get back the way that it was, he done.
But
It's a wrap.
It's coming.
But how they look at it is, hey, we'll get another quarterback. The quarterback's a dime a dozen. We'll find another quarterback. Look, Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl with a sorry behind quarterback. I mean, all he had Trent Dilfer.
Was a bum. Trent
he wasn't throwing no bombs. He was hand it off.
Yeah.
Just don't
5,
turn the
6
ball
yards.
over. Just don't turn the ball over, and the defense will do the rest. So, hey, look.
Yes, he was Mr. 10. What's it called? Dunking something. What's they call it?
Dink and dunk.
Dink and dunk. That's
Dink
him.
and dunk.
But look for y'all out there, we gonna slide off of this topic with Deshaun, and I gotta put y'all on to what the hot topic is. And no, I ain't talking about no videos with certain dudes dancing with other dudes. I'm not talking about that. The hot topic right now that a lot of people need to know, especially if you are melanated, carbonated, Nubian, black, whatever you want to call yourself, is an app called Fanbase. Everybody and their mama, when it comes to us, we're always the culture drivers.
True.
So everybody went to Clubhouse. Clubhouse it's an amazing app. I'm gonna be real with y'all. The people that you meet, I'm associated with a room. It's called Knowledge Reigns Supreme. With War and Black, they two homeboys from back in the day. They two homeboys. They known each other since they was like 5 years old, and the energy of the room is just strictly amazing. Now, I get a message about an app called Fanbase because remember, Clubhouse is owned by somebody that don't look like us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a fact. So in other words, took this app from one place to the moon. $1 billion company now. $1 billion evaluation. Isaac Hayes' son comes up with Fanbase. Now with Fanbase, it's the same type of when you're talking. It's not. It's audio. It's not video. And you can get paid and make money from being on the app. I can't give you the details. I really don't know. When I say it's brand new, it's new. But the other kicker to fan base is he's raising money to like grow the app and however you want to call it. You can invest and be an investor and be an initial investor in this.
Oh, wow.
So you have to say to yourself, if you ended at the ground floor with something like this, where can it go? Now let's bring up Facebook. When you bring up Facebook, Facebook had no competition. There was not an app like Facebook as far as interacting. When you bring up Instagram, Instagram was pictures.
Right.
Instagram had competition. You had Snapchat and now you got TikTok, whatever. But Facebook is in a lane of its own. If you start driving people from Facebook, and if not gonna say everybody, but a certain amount of numbers of people start to leave Clubhouse and they start to go towards fan base, no, you ain't on camera, you good. It can get gangster with it with the numbers. So to me, you can't lose. And here's the other thing. And I'm just gonna give the example for our show. On fan base, you can subscribe. So in other words, you can pay to subscribe to see certain content. I myself, for anybody that's ever watched our show, you probably can even tell if you on Disco, you can see I'm the one with the big mouth. I've always been like this my entire life. I've been putting out content on Facebook as far as video for years.
Yeah.
Before the live feature was on Facebook, I used to make videos and post them on my page because I was always under the impression if you make a post on Facebook, most people just do this on Facebook. If you do a video or if you see a video, 9 times out of 10, you're going to stop and look at it depending on what it may be. I was like, why make a post and just post something with words when I can actually make a video and they can see me? They can hear what I have to say. That kind of grew my following, which was perfect. So I've been hearing for a long time, you have the content, but how can you do something with it? Now I could probably teach. We could do the same thing with the show. And we are going to end up doing the same thing with the show. So I would advise, number one, the minimum investment in fan base is $256. I would advise everybody, you better jump on it because I think he's going to stop taking money at 3.5 million. I could be wrong. The app came out on Tuesday. He's already at 3 million.
Wow.
They said it was a room 2 days ago. He was in the room. Snoop was in the room.
Really?
You could have talked to Snoop. I'm not the type of person that really gets excited over a lot of things. When you think about ground floor and especially when you think about tech, it changes. Certain dynamics change. You're at the forefront of something. But the main thing about it for me is everybody can eat together.
Right.
Anybody can make money. Is it a whole lot of money you can make? No. But if you on the app talking and whatever the case may be, and you get an extra $20, it's gas money.
Yeah.
Well, gas don't went up, so it might be half a tank now. But you getting something you wasn't getting before.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you just got to be mindful. Danny, slide back a little. Yeah. Now the camera right there. But I would advise everybody. Now here's the thing. Clubhouse is still in beta. If you ain't got an iPhone, you can't get in Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's some bull crap.
Now, here's the other thing. On Fanbase, I asked the question yesterday. I said, is this like Clubhouse where you only can have an iPhone? From my understanding, anybody with a Droid will be able to get into, they will be able to get on Fanbase, I think it's next week. But you got to remember, this is brand new.
Yeah.
And Fanbase is more like a combination of Facebook, Instagram, and Clubhouse, where you can post and things. It's different.
Okay.
He being universal, and he's open to suggestion. This is Isaac Hayes' son, Isaac Hayes III. This is brand spanking new.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been following him on Instagram for a long time.
Did you know? Did he say anything about Fanbase?
I haven't seen anything about it.
And y'all, you better get that $256 and jump on it immediately because this is crazy.
I'm pretty sure that he's been posting on it. I just haven't really seen his profiling. Wow.
For everybody out there, I advise y'all to do it.
So fan base, got it.
Fan base. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's I think it's the new rave, it's the move, and the way things are, we have to do what we have to do to kind of be involved in certain things. And in my personal opinion, when you think about Facebook, and this is, people have said this, people have been saying this for years. Who built Facebook? Who actually made Zuckerberg one of the richest people on the planet?
We did.
We did.
Yes, it was not him.
Right.
So we putting ourselves in a position where we can help one of our own take things to the next level, and we can be a part of it. This is when you really can start talking about generational wealth and just linking up with people. They said, I'm only giving y'all the little bit that I know. They said you're going to be able to post content on there for like an hour. You can get paid. So you could do imagine doing like a short movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you do that short movie, if the people on Clubhouse look at it, those are eyes you never would have had.
Exactly.
You blowing clothing lines, Disco100 Radio, whatever the case may be. I think is the perfect. Mind y'all, now this happened in a Clubhouse room. That's why I said the way things can happen at the time of the stuff. The young lady that braided my hair, her name is Tears. So she was telling me about a story with her son. I'm going to let her son come and tell a story on the show Monday. I'm not going to go into it right now. But come to find out, he's an artist also. Mm-hmm. So he makes music. And she was saying that, he reminds her of Nas. No, we ain't talking about 2021 Nas. We talking about Illmatic Nas. Let's get that clear. So, I'm in a Clubhouse room. Mm-hmm. This dude is, wait a minute, was it Fan? I'm kind of mixing it up. I think I'm almost certain it was Clubhouse. This guy is in there. He's saying he's right-hand man with Slim, which is Baby's brother from Cash Money. Mm-hmm. He's breaking everything down. Like, dude is breaking everything down. Money-wise, what goes on, how Cash Money basically brings in the most money on Universal, period. Like, he still doing it. And the way he breaking it down, he talked about how Drake is, all of that stuff. When I said to him, I may have an artist for you, and his mother said he reminds her of Nas, he was like, word, so I'm going to end up talking. But think about the universe, how that plays. Yeah. I just happened to be in this room. I wasn't in the room where I'm normally in with Knowledge Reigns Supreme.
Right.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Then I was actually able to talk to him.
Wow.
In the Clubhouse room I was in before we came in here and we heard about DMX. We probably gonna touch on that towards the end.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna touch on it.
The dude who I got a lot of information from on Clubhouse, his business partner is an Emmy award-winning like editor with music and stuff like that. That's somebody I probably can link you up with. This doesn't happen if you don't connect with people.
Network.
That's why it's amazing to me when I hear people say, nah, I'm good. I just like to keep to myself. Well, you keep on keeping on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to open up my mouth because my grandmother taught me pretty much the worst thing a person can say is no.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I do what I do and I move the way that I move.
I think that's pretty incredible. So how does Clubhouse work? Is it video or is it just all like text or?
We actually on Fanbase right now. Like
we're live now?
I'm talking on Fanbase. We got somebody in the room right now to hear what we going on. Shout out to my man W Burris. That's in the crowd. Basically, if you want to, you can go to Disco100 Radio on YouTube if you actually want to see the show. But it's just people talking, and there's moderators and everything like that, and you can mute yourself. You can get booted out of a room.
Okay.
I have, mind you, y'all know how it is. In these rooms, a lot of people put clickbait where they might. You wouldn't go in that room. I go in there and I listen, but what we have to understand is this. In the climate of the world today, a lot of people feel disconnected, especially when you start talking about Zoom and everything like that.
Yeah.
This has brought a lot of people together that would not normally meet each other. And I'm an energy person. In the Knowledge Reigns Supreme's room on Clubhouse, the energy is right. The people are right. And we have deep conversations about what's going on. Mm-hmm. What's really going on in the world. And you're meeting other people who make you feel like you ain't crazy. Our show is Unplugged Free Your Mind. We all are on the same page. We allow people to come on our group who feel the same way, where you won't feel ostracized when you open up your mouth speaking truth, because so many people are delusional. True. That's just being real. Like, people are so indoctrinated that they just accept what's being said to them and everything like that. We don't rock like that, especially in that room. But if y'all go in some of these rooms, the conversations that be going on, I'm like, nah, this is not what I'm here for. But what I'll say to both of y'all, because y'all not on it, I don't listen to the radio anymore in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
I would rather listen to conversations that may stimulate my mind than
What's
the
on
music.
the radio. Yeah.
I haven't watched the news in so long because every news station is spitting the same thing. Oh, because y'all need to know, for anybody that doesn't know this, all the major news stations are pretty much owned by one person. That's why you hear the same story, just from different perspectives. It's the same exact person. I think it's 4 people. I can get y'all the link if y'all want to see it, but you're hearing the same thing over and over and over again, because that's what it is. If you listen to what they say the same, it's a script.
Same script.
They say the same thing over and over again. I would rather embrace positivity and something that I can enjoy rather than the mundane thing of every day over and over and over again. But I promise y'all will love it. It's going to get addictive. You got to, I got to take a break. So, but and to go back to the fan base thing, you got to think about it. It's pretty much made by us, for us. And if you promote it, not only can you eat, but if you promoting it, you helping somebody you don't even know eat.
Right.
Yo, to me, it's amazing.
Okay. Well, we definitely have to get on board with that.
Fan base. Yeah, I downloaded it last night.
Yeah, I did too.
Great.
And unfortunately, on a sad note, I went into a Clubhouse room right before we walked into the studio, and I saw a room and it said sending prayers and condolences or something like that to DMX. And I'm like, I jumped and I was like, yo, my man, what happened to DMX? And they said that he OD'd, he's in a coma, and he's in a vegetable state. I don't know about y'all. I'm not speaking to the panel.
They say he got some brain activity.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, he ain't. That's the thing. X ain't no punk. He not gonna go out without a fight.
He got brain activity.
Good.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Good news.
The last time I saw X was on Drink Champs. He was being X.
Yeah.
He was lively. He's talking about his album that he did with Swiss, of course. Him and Swiss are like brothers. That's his man's. And you under the impression that he's good, especially whenever you saw DMX, he was always in shape, shirt off, whatever. DMX looked like somebody's grandfather right now. He chubby.
Yeah, the last time I seen him.
I saw the video with him in the locks when I was like, is that the dude that owned Rough Rider? I was like, oh no, damn, that's X. He don't look the same. He's him, but he don't look the same if you do a quick glimpse. I'm like, he's good.
How old is he? DMX.
X just turned 50.
He just turned 50?
I literally think he just turned 50 because he's not that much older than I think I'm almost certain he just turned 50.
Okay.
I think you're right.
So
sending prayers to DMX.
Yeah, and for him, X is if I wish him the best, I pray he's gonna be good. If X leaves, X is gonna be on some Biggie Pop. It's gonna be that triangle with the ones that left. He gonna be up there because I've heard almost every entertainer. You do not want to go on stage after DMX. They said that dude be having the people crying. He be up there praying. He have you messed up, and you don't want to follow that.
But that's why I have to give props to Drink Champs platform, because they give our artists their flowers while they're still here.
Exactly.
And that's why I have to give props to our platform, because we're giving props to our elders and our guests that we've had on our shows. We giving them their flowers while they're here. Because when you're gone, you can't smell no damn flowers.
Yeah, I had a chance to see DMX at BB King's probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and his shows
It's
the energy
intense.
level, yeah. But he get into some spiritual stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, this DMX, and to see this live, and he's.
Yeah.
It really put me in a different mood when you said that.
Yeah. But I mean, if you listen to any of his art, any of his music, you know, he has that you can tell he was battling. He had that
His demons,
that inner
yeah.
battle, that spirituality and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
If you even want to go into what you just said, he said on his new album, he wasn't going to do a Damien song because he said he wasn't dealing with that anymore.
right.
Right.
So to hear that, and then you hear that he just OD'd, you like, damn.
Yeah.
Because it shows that he's still battling with whatever.
But see, that's
Yeah.
and that's the thing. When you're an addict, you're always an addict. It's not something you take a pill from and you're not.
Yeah, you
know,
don't
you're
just
not-
get cured.
Yeah,
You're
no,
actually
you deal with that for the rest of your life. You're
Yeah.
you're an addict. So I mean, you never know what happened to trigger. You know him. Maybe he might have did a binge, or you know something happened and he just went on a binge, and you know that happened. We don't know
Yeah.
the specifics of what happened, but you know,
Wow.
prayers go out to him and his
Absolutely.
family. You know,
Absolutely. Y'all
hope
keep him
he
in.
speedy recovery, and
Yeah, so let's change this up a little bit. I got,
Okay.
speaking of substance abuse or whatever,
okay,
New York just legalized marijuana,
ho
recreational use. You're okay now. You can do it.
ho.
And this actually happened on Tuesday. Promo signed the bill, and now you can light it up.
Now,
Flippy time.
Let me go ahead and be the downer on
What?
legalized weed, something that was recently brought to my attention. People have to be careful about government issued,
mandate.
Ah.
Yeah.
and I say that because this is coming from weed smokers. You don't know what they're putting in the weed and what you're inhaling.
True.
So there's chemicals everywhere and in everything. So would you rather trust something from the government and you don't know where that weed came from? Or would you trust it from somebody you've been buying from? That's what I'm saying. It's different. And when you start talking about certain chemicals and things that they put in chemicals, because we talking about scientifically, there's proof as to the reason why the homosexuality rate has been going up because of certain stuff that's in foods. Prime example, soy.
Yeah.
We should not, especially men, we should not be eating soy because it has estrogen in it. That's why they say for men that eat a lot of soy, you get man boobs. That's a fact. And you can't deny that. Also, was it Benjamin Banneker, George Washington, whoever created it or whatever, he even said, we're not supposed to be consuming soy. He said it like,
Wow.
but cats tend to neglect certain things. So in my personal opinion, number one, I don't smoke weed. So that's one of the good things. Even though some people say I need to, because it'll probably calm my ass down. But I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it either because once again, you just don't know.
Right.
It's
Well,
just you
that's with
don't know.
anything. But the point here is the fact that now it's okay in New York, and they really did it to, they fast tracked this because they need to stimulate the economy and allowing
Why don't you just open
the
stuff up?
sales.
So
What I mean,
so
here we go again.
so this means all these light weed people who got charged in prison for weed offenses, are they letting them
They're
all
gonna
out?
well now I don't know if they're gonna let them out if you're in prison, but it's cleared off of your record supposedly.
I don't care if it's cleared off my record if I'm still in jail.
There's a word for it that I was speaking with a friend
It's
of mine.
not expunged because the expunge.
That's it. That's the word.
Yeah, but
That's the word.
But he just said it. It can't be expunged if you're still in jail.
Well, that's a different topic. See, you're in prison already. So
One-
I don't think
So
they're
you're,
just gonna say,
pretty
hey,
much saying if
let
somebody
these
right
people
now
out.
has a weed charge and they're out, it's going that charge is going to be expunged.
Exactly.
Now, here's the whole thing. They have to. This is why they do stuff, and they don't think. We know how they play games. They don't think stuff through. So, what if somebody's in jail right now? Forget the amount. If it's weed and it's legal, there is no amount of legal weed.
Well, technically, there's a certain amount.
Oh, so in the bill there's a certain amount you can
That
have
I
on?
don't know
Oh,
because I
okay.
have not read the bill.
Okay,
but
so we need to read that bill Monday. We gonna make sure we read that bill Monday so we can have it on Monday, because I'm gonna tell you like this: if I heard that news and I'm in prison and I'm like, hold on, all I saw was like an ounce of weed and now I got 3 years, I need to be getting
No.
out, and this need to be off my record then, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are gonna go there.
Oh, it's going to get.
They're gonna
it's
go
definitely
there.
gonna get ugly.
But
But I doubt if they're just gonna say, hey, we can let you out. You just had some weed,
but
and
you
now
know how it's gonna be. You know how we do. we gonna be in the street. You know, smoke. Walk up to an officer like, oh, how I get to the A train?
smoking
You
right
want,
there.
exactly.
You want some?
Yes.
You good? All right. 'Cause I got some in my pocket.
Well, listen, if you indulge, hey, I just want
I
you
don't
to know
smoke, so
it's okay now in New York. You can
And
you
you
can have
have
split
to-
time.
Here's the thing with that. Okay, it's legal.
Mm-hmm.
NBA,
it still ain't legal in the NBA.
but it's in New York.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
NBA is a whole different thing.
Man.
They got their own set of rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's-
Exactly.
Believe me.
The question is, are they gonna test for it? With it being
yeah, the NBA
legal.
definitely they probably definitely gonna test more,
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
for the teams
makes
in New
sense.
York.
I firmly believe that they're gonna say they testing. We about to start seeing some cats high on the court, especially if you ain't playing. I guarantee you, because they not gonna with everything that's going on, the first thing an NBA player gonna say is, man, I'm stressed out, my family, this, that, whatever. I just need to smoke. If they're on the cool, Mark Cuban type.
Well, they're probably doing it for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
now anyway.
There you go. See,
I mean,
that's the
because-
word, medicinal.
Yeah,
That's it.
pain management. We know it's effective for pain management.
Yeah. That's why.
It's TBD, isn't that what
Yeah,
you call
it's
it for
TBD.
your
Believe me,
joints and everything?
And that's why that right there, because it's in New York. The yo, Disco, is this supposed to blink? The phone?
That's some they got them shit.
Oh, now I was wondering. I thought somebody might have been called. That's why I said. Okay.
That's some somebody that missing last week.
Okay.
You can check it from if you want to though.
That. So Jersey was first. New York was second.
Yep.
So they right there with each other.
Yes, sir. So now the people don't have to go over to wherever. They can stay in New York.
Man, like they wasn't in New York. Just you
Serve
in
it
New
up.
York. That's the capital.
But now that we're talking about New York, let's segue to this last little topic I want to talk. Since we're speaking about New York,
Okay.
AOC. I think I like AOC. I thought I liked her in the beginning, but now
Change your mind?
I'm starting to dislike her every day.
Why?
I'm starting to put her in Obama's category, and y'all know how I feel about Obama.
Yes, we know.
She leaning over that way. So she made this big thing in 2018 about the cages at the border with Trump. Oh, he's fascist, but she's silent when Biden's doing the same thing. This is what I can't stand about politics, because once you assimilate into these parties, you can't get out. It's like once you blood in, you can't. You got to do what we say. You can't make too much ruckus, and she came out as a proponent of that. She was supposed to be fighting against the establishment Democrats, and now she's becoming an establishment Democrat. It's just heartbreaking.
Well, I have a suggestion for you, since you're making this statement about what you just said about her.
What?
Have a conversation with her on Twitter.
There you
gonna
go.
respond.
I've already.
You think she will?
I've already mentioned her a couple.
No.
times.
I'm talking about go on her page, and this is me, because I'm if you're gonna say it, say it. From the beginning, I really like your style, but I can see that you starting to go right towards the establishment, because you and I would say, if you do it the right way, she's not gonna come at you, but she's gonna have a conversation with you. That's exactly what you want, and I would say have fun with it.
I think I will do that.
Yeah.
I think I will do.
And I'm the antagonizer, so I don't mind starting it. Like I throw the rock.
that. Yeah.
Tag me in it.
I had
So
Michael
I can
Eric
follow
Dyson
it.
come at me one time. He came at
Yeah.
me one time on Instagram. So yeah, I might do that. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up, the hypocrisy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't really hurt my
I'm so out of the loop with that.
Me too. Well, with
I'm
her
good.
anyway.
Yeah, we have to be in the loop about these kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
would
got to stay in the loop with that.
you keep me in tune with that. I just pay attention to the other stuff that's going on that we're gonna touch on tomorrow.
Monday.
I keep thinking it's Sunday, because
Long
Yeah, tomorrow's
weekend. We had a long
Easter.
weekend.
Easter Sunday.
you
Yeah.
bet I didn't even know that. Because
And tomorrow too, I want to say this. Versus. Y'all ready for this one? The Osley Brothers and the Earth, Wind, and Fire
Oh,
versus.
I'm watching-
that's gonna be what
I'm watching them.
the whole.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
watch the whole. And
I
guess
ain't
who's
watched
judging?
one, so
I haven't watched
Steve Harvey.
That's what's up.
Huh?
But
He hosting it?
fan, though.
Well, he's gonna be judging,
But
supposedly.
he an Earth, Wind and Fire
He's a
fan.
big fan. He's a big fan. So I
He
can't
gonna
wait
be on
to
there
see
with
this.
his big mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
looking like the dude. What's homeboy's
Mr.
name?
Potato Head.
No,
No.
from Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Holyfield.
Holy.
The Mike Tyson Punch Out game. Remember Nah, I'm gonna show y'all this.
This is reality, y'all. This is
I'm
really
gonna show y'all this.
Holyfield.
Holyfield.
Send it to my phone. I'll put it.
What?
Tyson Punch Out.
I'm trying to think of what his name was.
I can think it's in my. I can see the face.
Funny, I should bring that up too. Is that gonna happen?
No,
Mike Tyson and Holyfield.
Mike Tyson said he didn't.
I think it's
he won't
on
take it.
again.
Here we go.
The last time I saw Mike said he didn't want
Bull.
the 25 million.
Oh,
Bull. Yeah.
He looked more like Mr. Potato Head to me.
But and see, even with that make me not want to watch it because I don't get down with Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey is a clown. I'm good.
I like Steve.
I'm
Of course you
good.
do.
I'm good. You
What is that
Don't
supposed
tell
to
me
mean?
you like that book too.
She like Derek
I
Jackson
read the
too.
book.
No.
My book club read the book some years ago.
No, but did you like the book?
I think it was all right. It was okay.
Clown.
She like Derek Jackson too. So
Who was that? Now you know. I didn't even know who that was until y'all brought that up.
Somebody
they in the same lane.
somebody
Are
said he was
they?
5'9". They didn't know that.
Is he still putting out videos still after
I had seen him put out.
what's going on now with him? Wait a minute, is he from Atlanta?
He talked about his own video. He talked about himself. Can you see that?
Yeah, I saw
I
he reviewed himself in third person.
I don't follow.
He's a bit of a narcissist, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's not a
He
bit.
got some
He
He
is.
is a narcissist.
Him and
tendencies or
him and
something.
45 would get down with it. They have
Yeah.
a great conversation. Him and
Yeah.
45 would definitely
Right,
get down.
right now, he don't have no lane now.
Isn't he,
'cause how
isn't he
can you
from
believe
here?
him?
Is he from here? At the
Probably.
Atlanta area?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know who he
may be.
was.
I think one of those women he took to his Atlanta home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he may be from there.
Wow.
You know,
So just so you know, let's make sure we clear on this one. I did not
you're
even
not
know
a
who
fan.
he was.
You're not a fan of Derek.
I've
Jackson.
never seen any
Okay,
of his videos.
We're gonna be clear.
The first
Jay
video
is not
I
a fan of Derek Jackson.
The first
So-
video that I seen with him was him and the wife.
So if they ever come out with a scandal and it includes Jay and Derek Jackson,
Careful.
she's on camera
Uh-uh.
and I don't know who he is.
I do not.
And the proof is there that she don't know who he is.
Absolutely.
Just so y'all know that we dealing with that.
Yeah.
That was a great way to go ahead and end the show. For everybody out there, once again, please, huh?
Yeah, we still
Oh,
got
my
two.
bad. Because I'm thinking, I was gonna segue to what we got going on. Matter of fact, I think I will do that.
Yeah, please.
For everybody out there, we're dealing with something that we as people are allowing to get out of control. And we're gonna have someone on the show Monday who is very knowledgeable about what's going on, the science behind it, the movement, and everything like that. And people need to jump on so they can get their questions answered, because unfortunately, people are under the impression that they're going to get a shot in their arm and they're going to be okay. That's the scary part, by them not being knowledgeable about what's going on. Because the first question that people need to ask before they actually do that is, what are the ingredients? That's a fact. What if you Muslim and you don't eat pork and one of the ingredients is pork based? People didn't even probably think about that alone. There's a lot that goes into this, and you need to go ahead and check it out. So get your questions ready and definitely get your questions answered. And there's a possibility that we may have a special guest joining this guest. We don't know yet, but there's a possibility that it may happen. But just make sure that you go to Unplugged Free Your Mind on YouTube and tune in tomorrow, because this is going to be very, very important. Monday, informative and very important, because for me personally, everybody is an adult and you can do whatever you want with your body. But our goal is to make sure people make informed decisions, because you're only hearing one side. I don't know about everybody out there, but I have never seen something being pushed on this level and you don't hear about the negative. We are talking about a drug. We do have commercials where they come out with a drug and then 4 years later they talk about side effects, and if you were affected by the side effects, you can sue and everything like that.
Yeah.
Well, y'all do know you can't sue now. It's not going down at all. You cannot sue the pharmaceutical companies based on what's happening. And there's people out here who are getting sick based on the numbers. You just have nowhere to look. And there are people that are actually out here dying as a result of getting that in their arm. And for people that say, well, I feel fine. Of course you feel fine. You do know it takes, that's why clinical trials take 10 years. This could be something that could be down the line where you may see something. So you have to be mindful of that. And I'm going to have somebody come on with a story tomorrow, which has shook me to death from doing something. I'm not going to mention it now on air, but tomorrow I will go into detail about it. And for the first time in my life, I'm scared to do something that I've been doing since I was probably a baby. And I've never had a problem with doing it at all. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, when you mentioned it, I didn't think about it either at all. And now I'm a little paranoid, but here we go.
Maine over there, he got the research face. So he looked.
Oh no, I'm just reading.
But this is for everybody out there, like this for me is like the start of something that's going to be amazing over time, because the young lady to the right of me, she lives in New York.
Yeah.
And the gentleman over there lives in South Carolina. So this is the first time we've actually been able to be in studio together. And I can honestly and truly get used to this. And then if y'all notice the nice background that we got, y'all, we're not going to mention the name of it because we don't want no copyright infringement or anything like that. But it sure look clean, because we all know that we are in the matrix and the key is to get unplugged. And for me, I consider myself a child of Zion. I think Maine does too. The young lady over here, she might be eating a little bit of steak with what's my man's name again? Cypher. Yeah, she but she getting there. She keeps dipping her toe in the rabbit hole. She just ain't fell in yet. We're not gonna drag her in. We're gonna let her fall. We just gonna catch her. She don't know that trust thing. When you lean back and you fall, you gotta trust people to catch you.
Right.
She ain't there yet.
No.
We gonna catch her.
No.
But when she go down that hole, I don't think she's gonna get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one.
I mean, the thing about knowledge, acquiring new knowledge is it makes you uncomfortable. And most people are not comfortable with letting go of their beliefs and their ideals that they've been programmed and, brought up with. I mean, most of us have, when we were born with certain values and ideals from our parents.
Yeah.
And to break away from that is uncomfortable.
Yes.
But once you see the evidence of this new knowledge, and you continue to do the same stuff, then we consider that cognitive dissonance. So because it's there, but you continue to do the same stuff. So
right.
That's what we try to do. We try to get people to just think for yourself. That's it. Think for yourself.
Unplug.
That's it.
And y'all know how I feel. I don't care if you agree with me. I don't care if you disagree with me. Just think independently and don't come at me spitting what you've seen on TV. Please don't do that. And another suggestion for everybody out there: eliminate Google as your search engine. Get it completely from everywhere. Use a search engine called DuckDuckGo. Number one, ain't no cookies behind it, everything like that, and it's independent. Because if what you don't know is, if you were to type in Google, peanut butter is a scam, something will come up to say peanut butter is a scam. That's a fact. Google is a search engine. It's not research. So you have to dig deeper. Everybody knows, I don't know about y'all school. I went to a school named Science High School in Newark, New Jersey. When we wrote research papers, you had to use multiple sources.
Of course.
If you don't use multiple sources and back up what you wrote, you're going to get an F. A lot of y'all out here think you are king and queen researchers. Y'all was getting Fs in school. So stop it. That's not what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say I was an A student, but I know how to dig deeper than what I see and peel the onions back. You all need to start doing the same exact thing. Just type in DuckDuckGo. It will pop up. On my phone, when I go search stuff, Google's not there. It's DuckDuckGo. So I can dig deep, I would say I suggest that everybody does the same exact thing, and I think that will help you in digging deeper, because you won't see the same. Compare the DuckDuckGo search to Google. I guarantee you're gonna see a difference.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah.
DuckDuckGo.
You're gonna have to stop saying that word in my presence. There is no such thing as try. Either you do or you don't.
Right.
Ain't no middle.
No, what I mean by that is
Nope.
I'm gonna look at it.
Nope. Don't
And if I
justify
don't
it.
like
Nope.
it, I'm going back to Google.
No, but that mean you still did it.
Right.
Exactly.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So
So for everybody out there, we appreciate y'all. There is no us without you. We're gonna see y'all Monday. get ready for the ride. And we're gonna have popcorn. Me and Man gonna have popcorn ready.
Yep.
Cause it's gonna get intense. It's gonna get ugly. And Jay might beat us up. Cause
Oh goodness, here we go.
Yeah. Well, appreciate y'all taking the time out with us,
Absolutely.
and we'll see y'all Monday.
Thanks for watching.
deuces everybody.